Okay, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are married again. The couple said "I do" for the second time over the weekend at Ben's estate in Georgia. Jen wore a Ralph Lauren dress with a long, oh my gosh, I just got to pause and look at this. Okay, with a long 20-foot veil, and Ben wore a white tuxedo jacket and black pants. Some of Ben's buddies were there as well: Matt Damon, Jimmy Kimmel, and director Kevin Smith, who posted this pic wearing his signature shorts, jacket, and backwards baseball cap, all in white, which was the dress code for the ceremony. But the weekend wasn't without drama, of course not. So 2 ambulances were seen leaving the property. On Friday, Ben's mom reportedly hurt her leg and needed stitches. And another man went to the hospital on Saturday, but we still don't know why. Tori, you have an additional, okay, or are you just like shuffling your cards?
So. I was looking at the upcoming thing.
Well, welcome to the show.
I know.
You're on it. The upcoming thing is now.
I have something
okay, you want for the, okay.
Yes.
You were acting like someone was ringing your doorbell at Halloween.
Get away.
Okay, so, but here's the thing that Tori, I know, wants to get to. One person was missing from the event: Ben's brother, Casey Affleck. He was seen leaving a Starbucks in LA on Saturday. When asked why he wasn't at his brother's wedding, he said, quote, he fell asleep. Now, People magazine said he didn't attend due to family obligations. Casey did post this throwback pic from like 2002, and it's a stock photo, by the way, on Instagram, writing, quote, good things are worth waiting for. Welcome to the family. Get ready for some real dysfunction. Kidding. Jen, you are a gem. We love you so much. So why wasn't he at his brother's wedding? Apparently he was at a soccer practice?
Yeah, like his son, like the family obligation that he says is, I would think, the wedding, not the soccer practice, but he chose the soccer practice.
And it's not a soccer game, it's a soccer practice.
Guys, from what we've heard.
They have a big game against State.
No, it's a practice.
They're getting ready.
Remember that? Practice? What is that?
Allen
Iverson.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's what I think. Casey Affleck has had some problems with some sexual harassment issues. He settled 2 lawsuits civilly. He was not at the Oscars to present to the next best actress after he won for Manchester by the Sea. I don't think J-Lo wanted that there.
What?
Yeah.
I would be ticked off if my spouse-to-be said your sibling can't come because of, not to say that Casey Affleck's accusations are not, you know, those are alleged, but that they're not serious. But I would also want my spouse to, if I wanted my family members there, I would hope that they would care about what I wanted,
and I'm just
over
speculating.
narratives.
Do we think it's that?
What do you think it is?
Well, why wasn't he there?
You know, sometimes, and Jeff, man, I want to hear from you, bro. I feel like we don't ever put into account, like, some people don't ride with their brother like that. Some people aren't that close with their mom. Some people aren't that cool with their sister. So these issues.
Casey and Ben are very close.
Well, apparently not if he's not coming to the wedding. It's like these are just the facts on the table. If you got, like, if he was doing a renewal ceremony, if I'm in town, I'm not missing that. There's no way that that's happening. Right. So how did this happen?
So I think we're digging way too deep, right? There's a lot of speculation. This is J-Lo's 6th wedding. Ben's 4th. I don't even know. It's like, buddy, my kid's sick. You know what I mean? I gotta be home with my kids. When you get married again, I'll show up. You know what I mean? I think he posted a very nice, hey, welcome to our dysfunctional family. That's every man's best speech, okay? He just did it online. You're a gem, blah, 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 all that nice things. And what if that photo was a night out where they all bonded together back in the day, and it means something to him?
Can I ask you a question, though?
You want to fight about Ben Affleck?
No, not at all.
She wants to fight about Casey.
Don't you think it's weird that because there's Ben Affleck and J-Lo, they knew it's not just any wedding, that would make the press? You know what I mean?
But I think they're real people. Okay. I really do. Despite how much they're followed, and we talk about Ben Affleck, I think they're very humble guys from Boston, and I think they still have one foot on the ground. At least I hope so. And they're just like, man, something happened. It wasn't a soccer practice. Let's keep this out of the media circus.
Sure.
I don't want to re-spark my sexual allegations, right? I'm going to stay away from the press. I'm going to stay home. My kids got this. I got my own family obligations. I love you, buddy.
I agree.
Everything's got to be something.
I agree with you, Jeff. I do. I didn't feel that way when we first started, but you changed my mind.
Wow.
Okay. So wow. Okay. One of the men who robbed Kim Kardashian in Paris is speaking out. So in 2016, Kim was tied up and robbed in her hotel room by a group of men who posed as police officers. I can't imagine how terrifying that must have been. They stole $10 million worth of jewelry, including her $4 million engagement ring from Kanye West that she had posted on Instagram. The robber was released early from prison because of health reasons. He told Vice News he feels no remorse and even blamed Kim for showing off her wealth on social media. Watch.
How do you feel about the incident now? Do you feel guilty at all about what happened? vu qu'elle jetait l'argent par les fenêtres, j'étais là pour le récupérer, c'est tout. Coupable, non, je m'en fiche. Je m'en fiche. Peut-être faire un peu moins de voyeurisme par rapport aux gens qui n'ont pas les moyens. Pour certains, c'est provocateur.
Wow.
She was gagged in a bathtub. Her hands were tied, and they told her to take off her robe and that her kids were in danger.
And she had a gun
She
pointed
had a
at her.
gun. Her security was tied up. Like, people joke about all this. That was a real armed robbery, and she was on David Letterman's My Next Guest, and really, you could see her replay it. Traumatic experience. I don't know what this guy, why he's out of jail, beyond me.
Yeah,
Beyond
I would
me.
like to hear the judge's explanation for that, because they were talking about health reasons. He seemed pretty healthy to me. You know, when I look at this, I just see the blatant misogyny behind this.
Yeah.
Because people, when I say people, I mean men and women, do not like Kim Kardashian for whatever reason, and that's why this was allowed to happen. The fact that he's able to show his face in public, and the reporter, who I'm sure paid for this interview, is allowed to just do so casually in public, sitting with somebody that, like, honestly could be brought up on attempted murder charges.
Right.
Just because he didn't kill her,
Right.
he had set the table for that. So the fact that this was able to happen is because the public allowed this to happen, because the public decides. It's just like, remember that movie, The Departed?
Yeah.
When in that bar scene with DiCaprio, when the kind of tough guy says, there's people in this bar you can hit and there's people you can't
Right.
hit. Kim Kardashian is somebody that everybody, and especially women, have allowed to be able to be hit theoretically, in that she has been put out there as a person that has used sex to get her fame, and because people look down on it, she is allowed to have her attacker that gave her a permanent mental disability just having a casual chat and giggling about
And blaming her.
and saying he has no remorse.
Yeah.
How does he? What?
Well, I'm going to take it a step deeper, right? All these shows we watch on Netflix, right? All these, if even mine, you go on there, it's a documentary about someone that did something horrific 10, 15, 20 years ago, and now they're in prison, and let's hear what they have to say. I don't care what they have to say. If you shoot up a school, I think you should be put to death that day. I know we disagree on that. I'm taking it way deep. But I don't want to catch up with you that you stuffed 2 kids in an oil drum and find out what you're doing, or how prison was like, or what your sister thinks. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. And we're obsessed with that culture for some reason. On Netflix, that's all they show, and it's really
And
weird
especially,
as society.
Jeff, robbing rich people. I remember years ago.
Right.
Remember the bling?
They're having coffees.
The
Yeah,
bling
the bling ring,
where it was just like,
celebrated.
we're robbing homes in Beverly
No.
Hills. What if that had been 3 black kids?
Right.
How would that have worked out? Inventing Anna,
Right.
the woman from Theranos that had a $9
Elizabeth
billion
Holmes.
that had a $9 billion
Right.
scam that is still not in jail.
Well said.
Rob a 7-Eleven for $200 with a gun and let me know when you're out.
That's fair.
Like Mike Brown, right? I know. All right, so Alec Baldwin's daughter is sporting a bold new look. Ireland Baldwin recently shaved her long hair, into a bleach blonde buzz cut. On Instagram, she wrote that her hair is destroyed by years of bleach and that she also wanted to shave her head. She added, "Do things that scare you, do things you'll never do." So she looks beautiful. We're not going to talk about her. We're going to talk about, have you guys ever done anything that was completely outside of your comfort zone that was really hard for you to do? Tori?
So my comfort zone's really small. And so for me, like, going alone, I'll tell you one. I was with Jeray's partner, Ty, getting my eyebrows, and I went to the fast food by myself. And that is the second time I've ever done it.
That's
ever.
cool.
I know that's a really stupid, embarrassing thing, but I can go and do stand-up in front of 2 or 3 people. But I could not. I had to practice with Ty to be like, I'll have a number 2. And then I drove in wrong, and I got almost in an accident. I panicked, and I finally did. But some people, it's having not the right cup of coffee in the morning or moving a lamp. It's whatever your comfort zone is, and mine is small.
Okay. Anything a little bit more?
I was going to let her go until she said moving a lamp. That was for
My
me.
Buddhist
I had to get on
teacher
that.
says that.
Anything adrenaline for you?
Okay, so here's my. Listen. I applaud you for saying that. I congratulate her, because it's just the little things, right?
Yep.
But you have to keep making those steps. You always have to do something every day. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure makes you who you are. You learn from that failure. It makes you get outside that comfort zone. So what you're saying is, some people, they can't even do that. I laugh. Maybe it is a lamp. For me, I've gotten to a place where it's a little bit bigger.
Anything
right?
super scary that you've done that you're
Well, I mean,
like,
I'm scared of heights, and I've jumped out of airplanes.
Right.
I've bungee jumped in Africa.
That's bigger.
I didn't want to do that, right? But it's like, I wanted to face my fears, step outside my comfort zone. And that's how you accomplish things in life. People just want things handed to them without stepping outside, and they're saying, well, you owe me this. I do? Based off of what?
Entitled.
You haven't done anything yet.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying for each person, not just for your career, for yourself.
What about you, Al?
I mean, I'll probably say stand up. I
can't even imagine.
I still get nervous. There was Jeff, there's a rap group called the Goody Mob, and the rapper Big Gipp said, I still get stage fright from small towns to the big city nightlights.
Wow.
And I always took that with me because I still get just as nervous with 10 people or 5,000 people. It doesn't matter. I'm still just as nervous, and I feel like every day that's a reaffirmation that like I was able to do something. You know, just getting out there without drinking or anything, just like letting you feel your feelings.
Yeah.
You know, what about you, Sammy?
For me, jumping out of an airplane because I hate heights, and then when I fought a boxing match in Vegas, that was, I literally, my knees, before I was gonna go out, you know, to like your walkout song, my knees gave out.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't believe I'm about to go in a ring in front of like 5,000 people and get punched and punched back.
People need to know that was not foxy boxing. That was a
No, we had 3
fight.
months of training.
That
it was for charity.
Hey, respect to you. I saw
I get nervous thinking
How
about
about
it.
one that we've all done in LA where you have to dance at an audition?
Oh. I was so embarrassed.
With no music.
It's the worst.